Yo, what's up? It's Modern Day Caveman here again. I know I used to do my real talks on Sundays, but I was at the beach yesterday with my grandkids. So I'm doing it today. I got my man John here at California Palms. He's going to introduce himself and tell you what he does.
What's going on, guys? I'm John. I work at the California Palms as a CDCA, which is a drug counselor. I meet with the guys. I work with there's 97 clients here. I meet with about 20 of them off my caseload. I meet with them twice a week, and I hold group 3 or 4 times a week, man.
So how did you get involved in this type of work?
So I was actually in active addiction for most of my life.
Really?
Yeah. My father, all of my brothers all used drugs, so I came up using drugs. I couldn't tell you today what got me sober other than God, because it was no action of my own, man. It wasn't a conscious thought. It wasn't like I just said, hey, I'm gonna get sober one day, and I was in rehab, and next thing you know, I got in touch with a friend that had a couple years sober, and he kind of put me under his wing and showed me this path to recovery, and I was so beaten and broken at the time that I was just willing to do whatever he told me to do, and God had other plans for me, man.
Really? So how did you find this place, or did it find you?
So the owner of this facility actually is good friends with my really good friend that was my first sponsor, and he offered him a job here, and he had already had some other things going on, so he told me, hey, there's an opportunity for you over at the California Palms. And then Shane got hired. He had an opportunity to work here too. He got hired, and then next thing you know, here I am, man. I got here.
So how long you been here?
A little under a year now.
A little under a year now. So what is the most impactful thing that's happened to you? Like the thing that impacted you the most since you've been here?
Since I've been here?
Yeah, since you've been here.
Just seeing the clients change, man. Like seeing them come in, like I can remember that sense of like just total defeat that I felt when I went into treatment, and I can see it on these guys' face when they come in, man. And then seeing that change into, it's almost like a light turns on, right? And I get to witness that and be a part of it. It's, it affects me. It lets me know that I'm in the right place, doing the right thing.
Now you said that you do group.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is group?
So it's a group therapy. We just get together basically. So a lot of my groups are different. I give the guys a lot of opportunity to kind of process some things. We go over different topics, triggers, relapse prevention skills, many different things. It's more or less an opportunity for the clients to get tools that they're going to need in order to stay sober once they get back out into real life. So
what makes this facility different from other facilities?
The ability to stay here for a long time, right? Because it's proven that extended care, right, gives us a better shot at success. So having the ability to stay here for long periods of time and actually work on different aspects of your life other than just focusing on the drug addiction, right? You have the opportunity to obtain employment, get your driver's license, take care of any legal issues. So you're here for a while, and you get to almost reintegrate back into your normal life without having to just come, address the substance abuse, and then just get dumped right back out into your life again.
So are these guys like are they voluntarily here or?
Yeah. So most of them, I'd say probably 95% of them are here, on their own accord. There are a few guys here that are here because of some legal issues or whatever. But for the most part, they're all here because they want help.
So how many counselors are there?
I couldn't give you a number off the top of my head. I would say there's probably 15 of us that are licensed in substance abuse disorder.
So what about I guess your I don't know if this is the right term or not, but the recidivism, like the return rate or the success rate. That'd be a better. What's your success rate?
So I guess that's really judged off of each individual client, man, because no matter what treatment center you're at or where you go through, it ultimately depends on the actions that you take to get and stay sober, right? So it's not fair really to say that, you know, the recidivism rate or the return rate is this or that, because you may have a point where everyone in the facility is doing the right thing, right? And they're all working a really good program. They get out and they continue to do that and they stay sober. Then you might have a time where there's not as many people doing that. So it all depends really on the atmosphere of the clients, the work that they're willing to put in on themselves, and you know, what they do once they leave the building.
Wow. So, like, I always wondered, like, you know, you hear addiction, you know, addiction recovery. So are the addictions here like substance abuses, or is it like gambling, or?
So for the most part, it's substance use. So you know, it's going to be drugs and alcohol, most of the time. But so my scope of practice is substance use disorder. But you know, I have life experiences with other things. So not that I try to address that because it's outside of my scope of practice. But if one of the clients has, you know, a question or maybe something that my life experience can help them with, you know, I'm an open book, man. I don't want to keep something from them that may help them, you know, recover. Or
so you know, I noticed that us guys, like, so you don't, you mind if I say, like, we're gonna be open, right?
Yeah.
So you've been to prison too?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long did you do?
So I've been to prison 5 times on 4 numbers.
See, there you go. Yeah. Right. You know, so he's you know, when we come out of prison, especially if you're trying to do the right thing, and I noticed that when we're trying to do the right thing, that we don't shy away from our past.
No.
And we put it out there.
Yeah.
Right. And we let it be known, like, hey, this is who I am. I've made a mistake in my past. You know, I've maybe made reoccurring mistakes. Yeah. But now I'm trying to do right.
For sure.
Right. And so, how often do you come across a client that, you know, that's either facing prison or been to prison, or?
So I guess you know, with substance use disorder, so with addiction or alcoholism, a lot of the guys have had legal issues, and not just the guys here in this facility, but just in general, right? A lot of times, people that suffer from alcoholism or addiction have legal issues, right? And have been to prison or on their way to prison, or maybe just be coming home from prison. It's really cool to see that my experiences that I lived through, that I used to think were like super negative things, and they were always going to affect me in a negative fashion. I could never use none of these things to, you know, now I get to use that stuff to help people, man. These are like, these things that I used to be ashamed of and I used to try to hide and try to keep, you know, secret. I don't have to do that anymore, man. I get to use those things as like positive traits now, and I can say, hey, man, I've been where you've been. I know what you're going through.
Right.
This is how I got out of it. This is what I did to get to where I am today. So just do this, right?
So if you have one thing that you want people to take away from this interview, what would it be?
That it doesn't matter how far down, you know, to the depths of addiction, or even, you know, in life that you've gone, man, there's a way out. You know, there's definitely a way out, and never give up.
All right. Well, there you have it, fam. My man John here at California Palms Addiction Recovery Campus, aka Cali PARC. Right. So I just wanted to, you know, I really don't have nothing to add to that, man. It seems like he said it all. So you know what I say, man. God loves you, so do I. You love him?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell him you love him.
Love y'all.
All right. Peace. One love.